Welcome, everybody, to Sleepless in Sungrave, your special episodes from Fade to Obsidian, where we look at all of the problems in the solar system and try and solve them. I am Skipper, joined as always by Crescent, and joined regularly by Salem. Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh,
Just
hey.
fantastic. So glad to be back.
Yeah! What are we drinking this afternoon? We're actually having an early record session for us.
It's light outside?
know!
I'm not in a cave?
What
I
is
am.
this? I don't have to wake up in like 5 hours? It's crazy. Well,
I'm not day drinking.
Oh.
What?
I am... No, well, I have things I have to do after this, okay? It's 1 o'clock here.
Responsibility. All right, what do you have?
Yeah. I have coffee prebiotic soda.
Whoa, it sounds healthy.
Ooh.
Sounds very healthy.
It's
Sounds
actually
expensive.
tasty. It's like $2 a can, so a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Crescent, what do you have?
I've got Okanagan cider and Talisker 57 North Scotch.
It looks a little almost empty there, that bottle.
That bottle is almost empty. That's why I chose it.
Ah, nice.
I'm going to remove one from my collection.
There you go. I have Wet Hop beer from Collective Arts. It looks like a very boring can, but it's cute. It's got like fish in a light bulb. I don't know. I thought it was cute. Really, it's just what I grabbed out of the fridge. So there you go.
It's got an awesome can.
It's
got a terrible name.
I know,
Yeah,
Wet
I
Hop.
was gonna say, that doesn't-
Terrible. Terrible Wet Hop.
Appetizing.
I know. But Collective Arts, the brewery, is local here. And they always have the coolest cans because they always get different artists to design all of their cans. So they always have really cool art. And actually their brewery is really cool that they've got like graffiti, like well done graffiti all over the outside of it. But yeah, Wet Hops is not a great name. Wet Hop. It's not even plural. It's Wet Hop. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what a beer is, right?
Yeah, it
Wet
is.
hops.
Brewed with fresh Ontario-grown Chinook hops is what it's telling me. It's not telling me other than that what kind of a beer it actually is. It is tasty, though. It's tasty.
That's what counts.
Yep.
Yep. There you go. All right. Well, let's jump into our prompts. Our jar is actually looking a little empty. I think we might empty it this episode. So people are going to have to submit for our August episode. And then we'll have to have a discussion if we continue in September, what's happening. But for now, let's jump in. This also means that the scary one is in there. The sad one will get drawn today.
I mean,
and it's a possibility we have to end on that one.
Oh, no.
I kind of hope it's the first one.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Because there was definitely one episode where I kept a fun one out of the just in case. So I was like, let's put this one here just in case.
We'll leave on a cliffhanger on this episode.
Yeah. I know this is not because the sad one is the smallest, but so this is not it.
Probably at the bottom.
Yeah. Salutations, Sleepless in Sungrave. I am indeed sleepless. I find myself in a bit of a pickle. See, I've got the hots for the sovereign, but I'm currently betrothed to her nemesis, and I sort of killed one of her good friends. But I think we can get past that, right? I mean, war is war. She took out some of my people. I took out some of hers. See, my plan is to take her current entrapment, because gold should be together. Plus, I think we could rule the society together. Just need a little advice on how to approach her with this idea. Maybe a poem? Roses are red, violets are blue. Darrow is dead. What about me and you? Wow. Starting strong. Starting strong.
Well, therapy.
Yeah.
Why they're coming
Um,
here?
Yeah, there's no therapy in space. You can't see
I
behind my
guess.
microphone.
Um, I'm a little concerned about this dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that this is a consensual enemies to lovers plot at this point.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
that's what you want it to be, but
Yes.
I don't think that's the way it's gonna go.
I don't think the
The
Sovereign's
tension
gonna
the
go for
tension
it.
is not the kind of tension you're hoping for.
No. She just
No.
wants you dead. And if for whatever reason she does somehow fall in love, I'm going to say that her best female friend will murder you and will never get on your side. So
Okay,
that's
but
the thing.
also you're announcing that her husband's dead.
Yeah.
And then that you killed somebody that's really close to her? Do you
she's
really
gonna
think
go
she's
with
gonna
it.
go after you after that? I don't think she can forgive you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like you're hoping that somebody will be emotionally broken enough
Ooh.
to finally allow you a chance.
Yeah, you can't just do what your grandmother did and use the chair on her. You can't
Mm-mm.
wipe the memories there.
She's smarter than that.
Yeah.
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 She'll spike you first.
There you go.
I hope so.
Yeah.
For your own sake.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Also, you just have mommy issues because, I mean, in theory, we don't know who this is. Sorry, we still don't. But she's like, what, 11 years older than you?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, maybe try
It's a big
and
maturity gap there.
huge maturity gap. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't see it happening. Sorry, dude.
I don't also see the Sovereign as a cougar. So
No, I don't. No.
I
She
don't
wants someone her
think
age who can, or at least maturity mentality that can play her, not her games, but keep up to her mentally and emotionally, I would say. Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, how many more of those are there in the solar system?
not many.
Not many. Not many at all. Diomedes? I can see Diomedes playing her games.
Yeah.
He can be there mentally. But I don't think he would. He knows better than that. He's not going to move in on Darrow's widow if she is in fact a widow. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't believe
I
you can
agree.
kill Darrow.
Dang it. I was gonna wear my Daddy Amity shirt today. And I wore Truffle Pig instead.
Oh, you wanted to make us sad instead of laugh. I get it.
We got the sad one in there, so
Yeah. Everyone go check out howlerhollow.net for all of Salem's great merch, including Truffle Pig and Daddy Amities, or Daddy Omedes, or however you want it.
Diomedes.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna say this one's Lysander
Yeah.
because he does have
Yep.
a crush on
A
Mustang.
problem.
Oh, he has a problem. He has many a problem.
Many a problem.
And he just, I do think you're right. I think he has mommy issues.
Yeah.
Because while we were saying that, I was thinking about like, Atalantia is older than Virginia
Yeah.
by a
Yep.
lot. So, and you're betrothed to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're getting closer to your age.
I guess he's seeing it as. He's like, what age gap? That's not 11 years isn't an age gap when my current one is like 20 something age gap, maybe 30. What age gap?
Yeah.
Maybe find some girls your age, some people your age.
Yeah.
Well, he did. I
He
guess.
did.
He did, and then
turned
she got
into
blown up.
paste.
Aww. Pour one out for Serafina. This is a total sidebar, and maybe I put a pin in this for later. I'm just thinking, do we think if Serafina was still alive, would have turned with the rim, or would have? I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna revisit
Yeah.
that at another
Right.
time.
That's a good
That's
question.
a total
but
right.
That is a good question.
Mhm.
All right. We'll write that one down. All right. Any last comments for Mr. Lysander, daddy or mommy issues?
Get help.
Get help.
Yeah. I'm kind of done giving Lysander advice because he's not going to take it.
Yeah, I think we should look back, and I think we've given Lysander more advice than anybody else.
Yeah. He keeps asking for advice, but he's
I
never going to take it.
I think he just wants to rub in our face that he killed Cassius, because even in this one, I killed one of her good friends. Every single time, it's that he killed Cassius. We get it. You're a bad dude.
Oh, big bad dude.
Big bad dude.
Grow a mustache, start twirling it, maybe we'll respect you more.
Yeah, be a proper villain.
Watch in Red God, he's
villain.
going to have a mustache because he can't grow a beard like Darrow, so.
Right? Yeah. It's like a patchy, just like...
It's a bad mustache.
It's a bad mustache. Yeah, he doesn't know how to get the wax and to properly twirl it. No. Yeah. All right.
He doesn't have Cassius to show him hair care.
Oh, Cassius would be the best at hair care. He's probably got all the different conditioners that he made himself, because
He probably doesn't even need them, let's be honest.
Yeah.
His hair just grows perfect. Yeah. All right. Really? Ready?
Yeah.
Dear sis, how do you atone for following orders? I can't change that Ares being gone is my fault, but I will find the sun butter thief. Just you wait. Also, I'll pour one out for Fitch. Love, a remorseful, delusioned soldier.
Sounds like he's got great hair.
It does sound like... It probably grows naturally that way. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any product.
Yeah.
I don't know that was really asking for advice. I feel like that was just saying hi.
Yeah, well, how do you atone for following orders?
How do you atone for following orders?
Besides that,
that's honestly the biggest question. Because I did full classes about World War II of where do you stand with soldiers and who commit war crimes, and not the type the Canadians were committing. They come on, they were just doing that. But like the bombing of Dresden, and even it's a huge thing that you look at the Nazi soldiers, if you were just following orders and would have been killed that way. Like that's a way bigger question that historians and political scientists like wonder about when it comes to war. Where is that line of who do you hold accountable? So that's a like giant question that I don't know if we want to take a part of. But I think in this case, you weren't just a soldier, dude.
I think in general terms, I do think that's a really interesting concept. And I also think there's a lot of herd mentality. Mm-hmm. So and I don't want to call it brainwashing, because I mean, I think it's something much greater than that, but it's you're going along with everybody else, and you're just in it, and you kind of get blinders on, and so you get stuck in that mentality. And a lot of times once you finally take a step back and you get out of that situation, you realize, oh my God, I fucked up. I did so many horrible things. Yeah. And it's really hard to probably cope with yourself. I feel like this person probably took a long time to finally find themselves again after all that.
Yep.
And they're probably still trying to find themselves.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a lot of what PTSD is, and because it's not just being in the war, but it's what actions did you have to take. And so I think this is a bigger discussion than maybe this person who submitted the prompt thought it would be. Yeah, there's a lot to dissect there that I do think professionals and not the three of us need to do. But it's definitely a seek therapy. It is definitely a, you know, talk to somebody, get your mental health in check, and, reach out to those who know more than us. But I am going to push it back and say, in this case, you were not just a soldier. You
Yeah.
knew kind
Yeah,
of
you
what
took some
group you were
initiative.
getting into. You were not just drafted and following what the minor were
You also had a
doing.
lot of
Though I will say
emotion.
he was indoctrinated into the society for
That's true.
a long time.
That's true.
The other thing
Well,
I'll say is at least the thing that he's seeking atonement for is not some, heinous affront to humanity that he's committed.
No. Yeah, he
Like,
really did
yes,
the
he did kill a person,
right.
yes. But it
but
is
like
not
in the grand
pure.
scheme of war, that's I don't think that counts as a war crime.
No, killing a person would not be a
But
war
now
crime.
he's no,
Yeah.
no, that's kind
Yep.
of the whole point.
Yep. But yeah. This one, Cassius, we kind of got it right off the bat
Yep.
there with the good hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to that. This is probably our most serious one, just in terms of it's like, oh, hold
Oh, for sure.
on. Yeah, and to give some context to what I was saying, when I was in school, I did history at Carleton, which is in Ottawa, and Ottawa happened to be building the brand new National War Museum. And it has some very interesting things. This would have been 2011. I think it opened in 2012, which is I graduated in 2012. Had some very interesting things put into it that not a lot of people agreed with. And one of them, actually, the top two, I will say the other one is it's the only place you will see Hitler's car displayed. Hitler has 3 cars that we know of, the Volkswagens. 2 of them are in private. One is in a private collection. One is owned by the British and they keep it hidden. And then Canada is the one who has it on display and it's in with the tanks, the jeeps, as if it's just another war vehicle because their mentality is that you should show off all vehicles of war and it is not to be it doesn't have a spotlight on it. You don't know, like, you obviously know what it is when you walk in because you've seen all the pictures, but it doesn't have any other special plaque or anything. It just has the same thing that anything else is. So that was their number one. But the one that connects to this is that they highlighted the bombing of Dresden, which, if you don't know, was at the very end. It was 1945. Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut is written about the bombing of Dresden, in which the British were pretty much just pissed off at the Germans and claimed that Dresden had factories making bombs and leveled the city to the ground and used the entire British Air Force as well as all the Allies. So the Canadians, the Australians, the Americans were all part of it. And it was for 48 hours. You picked up bombs from Britain and you dropped it on Dresden and you flattened the entire city. At the end, they learned that, no, the Brits knew that there was only civilians in that town. They were just really mad at the Germans. And so the Canadian War Museum decided to honor that and say, hey, here's one of the mistakes we made in the war by blatantly following instructions. And when that came out, some of our veterans who had done that were still alive. And it was a big thing of how do you explain to your grandkids what you had done by following instructions, and launched a huge open inquest, which, we're getting real serious. I feel like I'm now on like High Key Obsessed podcast where they cover more things like this, but I would love to know people's takes on it. We can have a DM conversation. You can drop it in the comments because it is something that for years, that lesson has always stuck with me. What, it's been 12 years since I went through those lectures, and it is a very interesting case of whether or not soldiers following orders should be held accountable or not. So there you go. All right. Done with the real serious one and my TED Talk. Hopefully now we're not going to get the real sad one. Oh, there you go. Hopefully we don't get the real sad one.
I actually didn't know that was... I didn't know that was out there, so...
I love
add that to my list for the next visit.
The Canadian War Museum is fantastic. They're really good at not shying away from, like, here are the Canadian war crimes we have done, and here is, you know, some of the other things, and some things that people are going, hey, oh, this is actually a 2-in-1 here. Oops. I did not divide this one as I look at it. But yeah, they did a really good job of kind of holding us accountable and not saying, like, here's all the great things Canadian did in war. It's like, can we talk about the atrocities and that we are just as much a culprit as everybody else? So yeah.
It even goes in with that submission, because there's a lot of atrocities that do happen in war, and owning to them and saying, hey, I did do this, and I recognize that it was wrong. And it is hard because, like, again, you do have, like, in war, there are different mindsets and different goals. And I do think we see that a lot as a theme in these books. And so I think it's really interesting to touch on that kind of thought process. And then also seeing how it's demonstrated even in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
In that regard.
Yep, for sure. Cool. All right, next one I pulled out. It looks long, and it does look like there's two, but I understand why I kept them together is because they literally mirror each other. And don't worry, they're funnier. So we'll read one, and then we have, it's almost a follow-up, but I know for a fact they were written back to back. So, and first one. Dear sis, I keep a tight ship and I keep her spotless. She my babe. We used to be a crew of 3, and it was fairly easy to manage because my shipmates were troglodytes. Now my crew has gone from 3 to 5, and these people are getting on my nerves. How hard is it to remember to flush? Boys are disgusting. The girls are fine. Any advice on how to get them to clean up after themselves without hurting any delicate warrior feelings? Love, C.
It's giving Archer, this is how you get ants.
Your favorite, yeah. This is how you get ants. Yeah.
Do you want ants?
Yeah.
That's 100% accurate.
I think Skipper can also speak to this, is you have to manage them.
Yeah.
You have to set expectations. Like, because you're a crew. You're on a team. And all your team needs to be on the same page about your expectations for your ship.
Yes.
So it sucks to be a leader because it's kind of lonely and you have to bring the hammer down. But when it comes to shit like that and you don't want it to be dirty, just tell them there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, getting punched in the face a few times, accidentally having your nose broken,
accidentally nearly killing one of your other crewmates who is innocent in the whole ordeal.
Maybe threaten to shove him out the airlock. I don't know.
Yeah. I think just use your words to begin with, and if that doesn't work, you are warriors. You say that. Hurting any delicate warrior's feelings, well, you know what? Speak their language if that's what needs to happen. But, we asked, with Meringue, we had a discussion about ants in space. Like, is there rats on ships? Is there, because you don't want that shit. You don't want it.
I feel like it would be easier, maybe, to get rid of them because you can't keep, I mean, unless you go into the dockyards and you keep bringing more on. And then it's also a matter of, okay, was this ship built in space or was it built on a planet or a moon or something? And then the vermin was able to get on.
Yeah. These are the big questions, but you don't want the vermin. And even just the gross mess. Like,
no.
Learn to flush a toilet.
Yeah, I was going to say scrub a toilet for once. Yeah. Wipe away your crumbs. Like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, like, if we're being honest, is leaving crumbs on a countertop.
Yeah.
Like, just wipe them off. Like, and don't wipe them on the floor. Don't just brush them off and put them on the floor.
Isn't that why you have a dog? Isn't that what Atticus is for?
No! He can't find the
He's a vacuum and a broom.
No, he's not. Well, he's a broom when he lays on the floor, but...
then all the crumbs are just on him.
Yes, and then he trails them through the house, and then it's a mess. So, yeah, let's not wipe our crumbs on the floor, please.
Yep.
Putting one mess in another place.
Yeah. Crescent, anything, Dad?
Nope.
You've had
I think
roommates.
You guys covered it pretty good.
Yeah, you've had roommates.
You're
You're a landlord, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're done with your knife, put it in the sink.
Oh. Yeah.
Or in the dishwasher.
In the dishwasher!
Yeah, you're already cleaning it, just put it in the dishwasher.
Just put it in the dishwasher. Although I am that person, now to be fair, it's next to the sink, that if I know I'm going to use, it's usually my coffee spoons stay directly next to the sink. But only for a couple hours until I declare I'm no longer having a cup of coffee. And then it goes in the dishwasher. But yeah, the knife that is like the butter knife, it'll stay for a couple hours leaning on the sink perfectly like...
So it doesn't touch anything?
Yeah. It's just chilling. And no, you don't want that.
Do you just...
Use another knife.
I don't have it.
You should see
how many
sandwiches
are you making that you can't use another knife?
Okay.
How few knives do you have?
Knives,
Very
I agree.
few.
I do have enough knives. Spoons, I do not. I don't know how.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why are there never enough spoons anywhere?
Yeah. I'm learning this.
Because everybody has ADHD at this point.
And I need my spoon. My one spoon.
I'm learning this because
I'm
currently home alone. I've been abandoned. And my entire dishwasher is mugs, bowls, spoons, and forks. Like, plates? No, I have a million plates. But my bowls? Only all in the dishwasher. And then it's not enough to run a load. But I've run out of mugs. But I still have glasses. And you can use, like, if I'm having a glass of water, in theory you could use that in a mug, but you can't put coffee into, like, a water glass. That doesn't work. It's really hard to be a single person and just use mugs and bowls. I need to start varying my life. Yeah. I need to start varying my life.
Oh.
Anyway. Poor Cassius and his mess.
Not his mess.
No, not his mess.
Everybody else's mess he has to exist in.
Yeah. The mess on his ship. Yeah.
And also, do we really think that Lyria is... I feel like Lyria would also be just slightly messy. Ari, sure. I can think that she would put it away. But I think, like, Lyria's the little sister who would, like, hoard accidentally. She'd be me. She hoards all the bowls until you're like, where are all the bowls gone? Yep. And you're like, I've brought my pile of bowls.
I think that's probably why her and Severo get along later, is because they probably have a similar mentality. I'm sure that Severo just has like a stack of dishes in his work area.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
That is assuming that Severo does not just eat with his hands.
That's true.
But he doesn't have... He's not where the spoons are going. Lyria has all the spoons.
Lyria has all the spoons.
Severo has all the bowls because he just throws everything in a bowl.
How's he eating his sun butter?
Oh no, I meant like.
Are you just like doing classic finger with the sun butter?
I feel like he's just like that, or he's using his knife.
Person.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's using tickler to eat his sun butter. Yeah. Sun butter's really oily, so.
Yep. He's using like the machete, like the big like tickler. That's the knives he's using. He's got his ones like he's like, this is Lysander, and like
just fit through the neck of the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's figured it out. He doesn't need it.
Or a boot knife if he's got like a little dagger.
Oh.
His boot.
Yep.
If
he probably does.
He definitely does.
100%.
Definitely does. All right, well, we have a follow-up to this one, the other half of this very long card. Dear sis, I heard someone was whining about my mess, quote-unquote, to you lot. First of all, my sun putter keeps disappearing, but you don't hear me complaining to you moonies about that, do you? I didn't bloody damn think so. Second of all, you can tell Princess that if he wants a clean ship, that's his problem. The bastard cut off my father's bloody damn head. Everything's coming together in this episode. And he wants to get on me about flushing the toilet. If he calls back, tell him I've got a nameless knife just waiting to be named Wayward Chin. And he can bloody damn deal with my shit. Warmly, a man not afraid to commit war crimes over sun butter. It's all come back around. Everything is coming back around. Wow.
Of course, Sevro's the if it's yellow, let it mellow.
Yeah.
Honestly, it probably doesn't matter what color it is. He's probably mellow.
Oh. Yeah. Yep. And he's probably now coming after us for saying that they need to sort this out. Sorry,
that's
Severo.
fine. He's already coming after me for sun butter. He can come after me for calling him out for being a slob. It's fine.
Yeah.
How does Victra deal with that? Like,
she's servants.
I know it's kind of. Well, I know, but I feel like it's kind of touched on in like Dark Age or Iron Gold, where they're just because they're talking about being wild animals essentially.
Yeah, they're like coyotes. I wonder that a lot, like, because he doesn't shower, I'm like, Victra seems like someone who would want personal hygiene to be a priority, and yet she's so in love that she's fine with him, like, smelling and just being all around dirty and gross. Like, I think she makes him shower before bed. I bet you anything, but he won't admit it. And then he, like, in the morning, purposely somehow makes himself smelly again.
Yeah, he takes the dirt from under his pillow for the dirt man. Puts it all over himself.
Or is Severo the dirt man?
Severo is the dirt man. He's collecting the dirt.
He goes around to everybody else's pillows and gets dirty.
We've cracked it. Wow. What a reference.
If you haven't heard that, then you're living under a rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not under a pillow.
Not under a pillow.
The rock might be under a pillow, but
maybe.
Rock is just big dirt.
I was about to say, that's just big dirt.
Almost got Salem to spit take.
Almost.
Yep. Wow. I'm glad we cracked that. And I think you guys need to, between the two of you, figure your shit out. Stop calling us.
Have a fist fight. Do it.
Have a fist fight. Yeah. Big fan of whoever decided to see the one and put in the other. Also big fan of my past self for keeping those together. Good job, me.
Good job, Pass Skipper.
Yeah. All right. Here's the next one. My fiance is a rising peerless, always one-upping me in training. It's getting exhausting. How can we keep the spark alive when we're constantly trying to outdo each other? Sincerely, friendly competition, fierce rivalry. Oh.
Get better.
I was about to say, like, Why are you asking us? Just get better. Or make some rewards at the end of this if we're gonna do some Sleepless in Sungrave after dark. Like,
Ooh.
turn it into a, like, you've beat me here, here's your reward, and take it to the next level there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably the best advice we've ever given.
I know, right?
To be honest. Like, I mean, you gotta ask and you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
Get your own reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe don't ask, just take it.
Just take it. Take it, but with consent.
Well, obviously.
Yes.
But, like, I feel like people I'm a competitive person, and I enjoy the company of competitive people because it keeps me from not falling back on my laurels. And I feel like you need to do the same. Or maybe this, if you're not that competitive person, but your fiance's making it, then you might have to have a discussion. But if you're, one-upping each other in a friendly match, you can keep that healthy.
I mean, and friendly banter can be hot.
Friendly banter can be
Just
very
saying.
hot. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. Let us know. Report back in on, what next steps you take there.
And maybe we'll have a after dark.
After dark.
After dark for Sleepless
That's when I'll
Sungrave.
put finally the YouTube of must be 18 plus. That I haven't clicked that button yet. That's when we finally pass into that. Yep. I like it. I think this is one of the made up scenarios. I don't think this is.
I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was gonna say if it were Atalantia, I was gonna say I think there's some relationship issues that are happening, and I think your fiance is a little preoccupied with somebody else.
Preoccupied with somebody else,
From
but I
what
also
we
feel
learned
like that's not a friendly rivalry. I feel like that is literally you trying to mutiny each other constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what gets her going. Who knows?
No, murder. We know.
Well, yes, that, but the next best thing.
The next best thing. All right. I have drawn the next one. And this whole episode is really based on a few very small themes. Salve, Sungrave. My husband is absolutely amazing. Truly. But the man ignores all sense of hygiene. And though for the most part I can deal with it, our daughter is now strongly following in his footsteps. Any advice for a mother and wife just trying to cease the nasal assault? Dear God, it all comes back around. Listen, that is your daughter.
For incentives.
Incentives!
I mean, start with... Yeah, exactly. Incentives. Maybe some bubble gum.
New knives. I feel like your daughter might want a new knife if she showers.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
All price to pay.
Maybe just... If the shower isn't working, maybe start with some deodorant.
Trick her into, like... Fire hose. I was going to say, trick her into swimming every day. Like, just be like, you have to do some laps at the pool. I'm waiting for that one, too. I know. I'm waiting for it.
Make sure you light a fire.
You gotta prep. You gotta prep.
Yeah. I think, maybe see who she's been hanging out with, and maybe if her friends are more cleanly than she is, that she'd be, into some peer pressure. Although her father never followed peer pressure, so maybe not.
Well, and probably the friend that was clean is not around right now.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Maybe she's sad that her bestie's not around. And And her dad.
And her dad.
Maybe
how
yeah.
clean are foxes? Like, can she just mimic the cleanliness of a fox?
She's
Like-
gonna start licking herself though.
Listen, I'm up for all things here. If that's her closest friend. I think foxes
whatever
are
works,
pretty
honestly.
clean animals.
Yeah.
Although they shed like crazy.
Yeah, twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
So
shave her hair into a warhawk.
I think she would love that. I think she would. I bet you the entire Barca Julii family already, like, they were born with warhawks. Because doesn't Victra also famous? Like, she has one.
Yeah.
She shaves hers.
Yeah.
It's probably just, like, you don't even get an option. You're just, the moment you have enough hair, you're getting a warhawk. Ulysses, born with a warhawk. Just saying.
Yeah.
Pour one out for Ulysses.
Poor lips.
Oh. I was just gonna say.
Anyway, obviously, Victra, everything's coming back together in this. I love it. I love it. All right. Oh. All right. Dear Sleepless and Sungrave, being the son of a warlord and the leader of the free world is tough. There's so much pressure to live up to expectations. How do I tell my parents that I don't want to fight or lead? All I want to do is fly. How do I convince them to let me attend the midnight school? Sincerely, a boy named after a ship, named after a boy. Lot to live up to.
Well,
is he named after the ship or is he named after the boy?
No, I think he's named after the ship.
After the boy.
No, I think he's named after the ship. I think Mustang and Dara at this point forgot they had a friend named Pax, but they go, the ship's cool named.
Excuse you. Yeah. Pax was literally like her brother. No. That's not canon. Don't accept that headcanon.
I'm gonna ask Pierce one day. Out of curiosity. Pax.
Who was Pax named after?
Yeah, young Pax.
Or what?
Is it after the ship or the boy? What's happening there? Anyways. I think your parents would actually be pretty chill about it because I think they know the pressure they're under and they might not necessarily want that for you, but you don't know until you have the discussion.
Yep. As with everything, talking helps.
Talking does help. Communication is key.
And tell them you want to fly, you fools.
Aww. Yep. I mean, they're the ones who are trying to break down all these, like, this color hierarchy. They might as well just let you become a blue. There's going to be difficult parts about it that, maybe they'll push back on certain things, but I think at the end of the day, they'll accept it. And you can be the best pilot in the solar system.
That'd be pretty rad.
Yeah. Just like, what's the guy's name?
A Maverick?
Wedge Antilles. I don't know.
Yes, you do. The one who's not. He says when he's talking to Lyria, and he says,
Callaway?
No, he says Callaway's not the best, but it's the other guy who's the actual best.
I
can't believe I'm the one remembering this.
Z-Rex.
We're looking it up. We gotta get the reference.
I'm so bad with names.
Me too.
But
I can see him. I don't know. That's one of the scenes that it paints itself so perfectly. I don't know if it says there's a fountain there, but in my mind, he's sitting on the edge of a fountain, overly excited to talk to Lyria about it, and I can picture the whole scene in my head.
Alexia Z-Rex.
There you go. You did say the Z-Rex. You were on it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yep. I think you can be like Z-Rex one day. Or Callaway. But Callaway fights still, that I think he might want to completely get away from that. So, see where that level is at.
Got to find out what his number's counting down to.
Yeah. There you go. Obviously PAX, we already said that one. It's all coming back alive. We just or back around. We just said of Electra's friend being off, went away. All right. Okay. Hi, need some help. I'm a gold in love with a pink who barely acknowledges me. How can I get her to only sing me songs instead of the entire crew? I don't know, dude.
Learn to love yourself
Yeah.
before somebody else loves you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yep. Figure out, like, yeah, what's her vibe? Don't make this all about, making her fall in love with you, but like...
Maybe actually just have a conversation with her. Like, just sit down and talk with her.
Be friends. Go to the next step. Yeah. Yep. And accept if she doesn't like you.
Yeah. Maybe she has an eye for somebody else.
Yeah, maybe it's another gold.
Well. Maybe he's a better duelist than you are.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Heavy shots, dude.
Wow.
Maybe that's the friendship from before.
Oh.
They're not fiancés, but
they're not fiancés. But they could be.
They could be.
We don't know.
Yeah. It's a hard one giving real relationship advice because we need a lot more information about it, and she can't just be singing you songs. You gotta earn those songs. You gotta win her love, and again, accept if you're not the person for her. Maybe ask yourself, why are you going after her? Is she the person for you? Do some deep thoughts, as Crescent said. Love yourself. Learn more about yourself before you dive in on that one. Oh. We're getting all the Archimedes gang. They heard me at the beginning of the episode say we have too much Lysander, and they went, fine.
It's the Archimedes and hair products.
Archimedes and hair products. Love it. All right, we're getting down to the... All right, deep breath. Puppy! Let's concentrate on the puppy first. Everybody listening, come see the puppy. We're gonna need the puppy.
And while you're on YouTube seeing the puppy, just click the subscribe button for us.
Yep, subscribe. We are currently at 183 followers. We would love to get that number up. It'd be fantastic if we hit 200 by the end of the summer. Oh my god, can we try and get 250 by Laureltide in Minnesota? Ooh. Canadian Thanksgiving? Let's set that as a goal.
Have we even talked about that yet?
We haven't. Oh my god, let's procrastinate, guys. Let's talk about Minnesota.
Let's.
We've been planning with House Minerva and Rowdy and Rowdy Legion for quite a while now, and we announced we announced I think middle of this month.
Yep.
That we are doing a big meetup, a big Howler meetup. It's just a fan meetup in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it'll be October 12th of this year, and we're really hoping no snow. But it'll give us an opportunity to wear our Howler jackets because Tulsa was too hot for that.
Yeah, we're doing everything that we wanted to do in Tulsa, but it was too hot for. There will be the one main meetup venue to be announced, but I'll tip you off, they're looking at breweries. But we're hoping also for like a field day of like capture the flag. There'll be other things that if you and your crew want to go out and do smaller things, people are getting tattoos like they did in Tulsa. There will be a whole bunch of stuff. So we're super excited. Oh, yeah, you both got tattoos. I like how I'm like, people did it. You guys both did it.
We did it.
We have the same tattoo.
Yeah, you're matching. Yep. I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be super fun. Come out for Canadian Thanksgiving, October 12th. That's really what
that's what it's all about. Yeah, the whole reason we're doing it is for Canadian Thanksgiving.
Everyone to learn about finding the Northwest Passage, which most people, including Canadians, don't even know that's what Canadian Thanksgiving is all about. But yeah, we will be there. Howler Pod is confirmed, and Words and Whiskey is confirmed. Hail Reaper is even thinking about it, and they're all the way over in California. So you get to hang out with all of us. You get to hang out with a lot of people from the Den. And there's a couple other people we're working on to see if we can get out. So, but it is, we just want to stay.
I think
Pierce will not be there. We just want to, let's throw that. Don't come for Pierce. Come for us.
Yeah. It's essentially giving the same vibes as Tulsa, but in a different setting. And so we're hoping that if it's successful this year, maybe we'll make it a yearly thing and we'll just hop around
the country,
the U.S. and
Canada.
See, and maybe Canada.
No one has their passport to come visit us. That's the
whose
drawback.
fault is that? That is not our fault.
They missed Passport Day. It happened in the Den. It was a very exciting day in which I got my passport, and I harassed a whole bunch of other people into the passport. My passport has narwhals in it, guys.
Yeah, you've gotten yours more recently than I did.
Yeah.
I don't get another one for 9 years now.
Yeah, I know.
You're almost up for a renewal.
Ooh, there you go.
Unless Canadian passports are different. Ours are every 10 years, so.
Yeah. No, he said he's got
mine
nine
is
to go.
due for renewal in 9 years.
Oh, in 9 years. Okay.
He got his last summer. I got mine in December. So I have narwhals in mine and he does not. But yeah, come out. Make sure you're either in the Den or following the Den on Instagram or House Minerva. It's MNERV. Did I do that right? You're missing the I, because it's MN as in Minnesota. They are a group that hangs out almost monthly. They've become good friends and so are inviting the rest of us to join their shenanigans. It's going to be a good time.
It will be a weekend full of stuff, but most of the stuff will be unofficial. Yeah. There will, however, be, 60, 70 odd howlers in Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron want matching shirts because there's so many podcasts going. We want us to have matching shirts so you guys can figure out who all the different podcasts are. I think it'd be hilarious. Yeah. Hit us up.
Great idea.
Yeah, right?
We'll keep you tuned in on things that happen. We're still kind of in this little lull where we're trying to figure some stuff out, but I'm hoping within the next month
we will maybe the next.
We'll share more info with you.
Yeah, maybe our August Sleepless in Sungrave we'll have official announcement, but only if you resubmit more prompts because we are going to get through.
Yeah, if we run out of prompts and we don't have any more, we're not doing another episode.
We're not coming back. I'm just saying.
So submit in the Den. Respond to this YouTube video, or message. You can message the Howlers on Instagram if that's easier, or if you're following Fate to Obsidian, message them there.
Yep.
Throw something in the Patreon. We got lots of things. So.
Yeah, there's all the options, and they don't have to be like people have been putting cute spins on that I really enjoy of the Count of Monte Cristo or Dracula in Red Rising. Super fun. Super fun. All right, have we procrastinated enough?
Yeah. Get it over with.
Did you pull the bad one?
I pulled the
bad
one.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Oh no.
All right. Sleepless.
And that's enough time for today.
Yeah, and we're done! That's the show! Dear Sleepless, I need to learn how to swim. My mom is kind of busy and sad right now, and my dad is out in the rim. Can you recommend any coaches in Aegea? Waiting by the fire, the littlest fury. Aww.
That just, it brings it even more full circle, because she's taking after her dad and not showering because she's sad.
Yeah, she hasn't moved by the fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least she just smelled like wood smoke.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I imagine the
yes.
salt mist coming off the.
Yeah.
So that would make.
I would suggest
crusty.
Definitely start in a lake, not the ocean.
Yes.
Because riptides are not fun.
Correct.
So in a small body of water like a lake, which isn't
depending on the size of the lake.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Don't go for
your
the Great
lakes are like oceans. Stop it.
I was gonna say, don't for the Great Lakes. Listen, that's how you get rope burn, is trying to be on the Great Lakes. Yeah, no. I mean, pick a pool, maybe. You've got to have a pool at your giant ass estate.
I'm pretty sure at like Mustang and Darrow's estate, there's a lake.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
like just
start doing laps. Make sure you are supervised so you don't drown. But
wear a life jacket.
Wear a life jacket to start.
The best way to learn is under intense, life-threatening pressure.
No!
You'll figure it out.
No! That's how you die!
I don't know. No. It worked out for Miles Morales.
Also, make sure that it's not like the beginning of spring and summer, because it's gonna be real cold, and you gotta go like middle. You have to either go in a heated pool or like middle of summer after the lake is warmed up.
Yep.
We don't want you getting a cramp.
No,
and dying.
Start easy, start simple, and work your way up. You don't have to be perfect at the strokes, and don't go for the butterfly. Do easy front crawl. It can be messy until you get a hang of it.
A little bit of sculling.
Backstroke.
Sculling.
Backstroke's easy. You just float.
Sculling's easier. Just this.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah.
Can we describe on for our audio listeners?
Imagine an otter laying on its back, but it has goldfish flippers, little fins on the side that are just waving back and forth.
Yeah, and the thing with sculling is you can go head first or feet first depending on how you move your hands. Here's a fun fact for you. You're not going to go very far, though.
Most relaxing while swimming. Well, no, you can go as far as you want. It just won't be fast.
Yeah. This is going to be real slow. But yeah, I think that's something great to work on based on your family history, and probably also will give you a focus to work through some of your grief. Exercise is great for mental health. I know you're doing it for a very interesting reason, but I think it can work out a few different aspects of what's going on there.
I don't know of anybody else in your area, but in the Den, dive and backstitch both would be great resources for learning how to swim.
Yes.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So.
Yep. Give them a shout out. There's some coaches that, I don't think they're in Aegea, but maybe they're willing to fly out.
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure that
is your family
you tell
rich?
Your mom you want it.
They can probably arrange that.
Fly them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Poor Electra. If we're assuming this is Electra, this could be actually one of her little sisters seeing what's happening. Because I feel like Electra probably actually already knows how to swim.
Yeah, she's also not her youngest. She's not the youngest.
She's not the youngest.
She's the oldest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I could totally see, like, we don't necessarily know the ages of the other kids. So if she's the oldest at, what, 11, 12?
13 probably.
The others, yeah, the others could be like 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Or 10.
Or 10.
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, in there. But I'm thinking like kids that don't know how to swim yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, and especially if Ulysses would have been the 4th, correct? So you assume that they're spaced out based on just Victor constantly being pregnant, I would assume. I bet she's one of those, and then every also, 3 years, pop one out. Just every 2 to 3 years, pop a new one out, and they're all spaced.
And if he's not at home.
Yeah, that's true, though. When was Sever the last time home? Yeah, that's a good call. Thank you, Alcatraz, for absolutely scarring us and making us wait for this one. This one was
like a...
This was one of the first ones. Yeah, it was real
time.
Put in the jar real early. We even had Howler Pod on and were worried that this one was gonna pop up. And there it is. There it is. For future people, please don't try and traumatize us, but also, like, I guess.
A little trauma's good.
A little, yeah. We're working through our own feelings, okay?
A tasting.
Yeah.
I'll stick with whiskey tasting.
Yeah. This is actually...
Not trauma tasting.
I would love to know more of the tradition of the Julii. Like, is it always in the same place they do it? Or is it just where they are? Like, if you were on Earth and couldn't get back, like, would you do it there? Like, do you have to do it in an ocean? So. Could you do it in Lake Superior?
I think Lake Superior is probably close enough to an ocean that, yes,
it's just
you could do it in Lake Superior.
Yeah. Lake Superior just tried to take down yet another cargo ship. It's like recently.
Sounds malevolent.
Something struck and you're like, Lake Superior, calm down. Calm down, please. All right. The next one's a beefy one. And
I think this is our last one for the episode.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the 4 left.
Yeah, may as well.
All right, well, we got 4 left.
We're over an hour already.
Everybody else, resubmit, please.
Otherwise, we have to get really deep diving on all those 4.
Yeah,
that's true. Yep. Oh God, and this one just brings it all back around. It's gonna encapsulate everything. Dear sis, I'm not speaking to either princess or Brokeback warlord, because not only did they fail to dump Truffles, the sunbutter felon, out of the airlock like I suggested, they've now cozied up to the little thief. It was bad enough to have Princess and Brokeback reuniting and spending the whole voyage humping and crying all over each other like a bunch of besotted hyenas, with the pink providing the ambiance. But did they have to go elope and adopt their own sunbutter-stealing love child? This is deep. This person's, look at you in the truffle picture. They also refused my second suggestion for airlock expulsion when they let the one the pink refers to in hushed tones as Daddy stay. Clearly nobody's listening to sense on this bloody damn ship. Anyway, back to the point. I need you to relay a message to Princess because of the whole not speaking thing. Your bloody damn orders were as stupid as your bone structure. Save your remorse for your pillow talk with Brokeback. I've got knives to name. Signed... This is the longest name. Oh, no, it's not. There's a PS. Okay. Signed, you know who I am, you bloody damn Moonies. I would just like point out that we're not Moonies. We're Earthlings. Why do you think we live on a moon? I'm clearly on Earth right now.
Because we're sleepless in Sungrave.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay. Fine. Fine. P.S. Between us, How long should I make Princess sweat it out before he realizes I don't give a musty fuck what he's done as long as he provides me with a steady supply of sun butter? Wow. All comes back around. We've had like 3 themes this whole episode.
Archimedes and hair products.
Archimedes and sun butter and everything involved in that. And all the little
Spaceships and
children.
sun butter.
Yep. Listen, talk it out, man. Also, you can let him sweat.
Or have a fist fight.
Have a fist fight. He's clearly, we already talked to him, and he's trying to atone for what he did. So he's already sweating it out. You don't need...
He's been sweating it out for 10 plus years. Like, come on.
When
is enough enough?
Yes, he was probably sweating out a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just talk it out or fist fight it out. Listen, we can't be more clear on this.
I mean, how many times have you solved a lot of stuff with a fist fight? Like, in history?
At the very least.
At least twice. Yeah.
Theoretically, this is before the second one.
Is it? I thought there was another one.
They haven't figured out.
There's the detonator fist fight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then the one that theoretically would follow this letter.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Listen, you guys clearly aren't talking to each other, so use what you do best. Not your knives, though. Let's keep the knives off. And also keep the knives away from Daddy, please. He does not need to be tortured.
Please stop.
I mean, you're probably
parts of his body.
Yeah, you're gonna do it anyway, but like, I'm telling you now, just stop before it gets too far.
Yep. You're not making friends with that. Well, thanks for that. Also, out of curiosity, when did Cassius become princess? That in like 3 of these, he's referred to as princess. Is that just a den thing that they were picking up on each other, or is that in the book?
I will double check.
Because is he wrong?
I don't think he's wrong at all. And but we already had it in one.
No instances of the word princess.
Yeah. That was just a den nickname. Because Brokeback Warlord is from like our first episode. We had Brokeback Warlord.
Yes. And I also feel like we have dubbed Cassius Dolphin Boy. And now we have strayed away from Dolphin Boy, and we have now called him Princess.
He's now Princess.
Which I'm all on board for.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I feel like
he's
at some point...
pretty princess.
He's a very pretty princess. Yeah. If anyone's going to be...
Natural beauty. Yeah.
I called him in the Taylor Swift episode, he was the Heartbreak Prince. So...
Oh. That makes sense.
Yep. There you go. All right. Thank you all for listening. We will meet back in 2 weeks as we do Barbenheimer. Which characters are going to Barbie? Who's going to Oppenheimer? Yeah.
I don't think we have a guest for that one yet, so...
Jabs has agreed, but I think we need a second guest. I had someone in mind that I will talk to you afterwards. But Jabs did the Barbenheimer that weekend, so I thought she was a good one.
That is a good
if
choice.
You are very passionate about Barbenheimer, shoot us a message and let us know. We said we were going to do a den night of Barbenheimer because I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, so we need to do that soon. Join the
Are we wanting to do the double feature, or do we want to do one night Oppenheimer and then do Barbie the next night?
I feel like this is a question.
I think double feature.
I think
it's double feature.
I think Oppenheimer into Barbie is, I think, the way to do it, because then you're
that was
slightly less depressed at the end of it. Slightly less. You're still kind of depressed after Barbie, but slightly less.
So if you're committed to like an 8-hour watch session,
it's only like 5.
It's like a 3 and a 2.
I mean, we did do Lord of the Rings, so I guess Yeah.
Listen, the Den has done worse than Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
But that
Oppenheimer, I think, is like just a tickle over 3 hours. Barbie is 2.
Like 2. Yeah. I just rewatched Barbie. I love it so much.
I just watched it for the first time not that long ago.
Yeah, there you go. I still have to watch Oppenheimer. So watch Oppenheimer live. You can see my live reactions. We will get a date up for that. And then, we'll meet back in 2 weeks for who's going to Barbie, who's going to Oppenheimer, who's doing the double features, who's seeing neither and is going to, like, I think Mission Impossible came out that weekend as well. It's going to be good. And then make sure you resubmit some prompts for our August show. And let us know if you want this to continue, if you want it to be a monthly thing, or if we should just pull it out every once in a while. We can always do that. Let it fade away for a few months and then do one-offs. Hey, look at me go. You caught my pun.
Yep. You didn't even have to wait for editing.
Yeah. Because as if you would catch it in editing.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Crescent has never rewatched a single one of our episodes, I believe. Is that correct?
Not true.
You just
Not
record
true.
and go. Which one have you rewatched?
Somebody was talking with me about it was Range talking about how we let Darrow off easy about Wolfgar.
Oh.
And I had to listen to the episode back.
Interesting.
He's right, we kind of did, but
all right, well, listen, one day we'll do a whole reread through all of them after Red God comes out, and we can reassess what we think after Red God. We'll do a whole deep dive.
Yep.
So I had to explain, this is totally off the cusp, during my real job, which is book related, so this often comes up, I had to explain to, like, my boss's boss why we still have enough content to continue having a Red Rising podcast. He was like, haven't you run out of content yet? And I was like, somehow, no. And I had to explain what a ridiculous episode was to my boss's boss. So if you're out there listening, there we go. That's it.
Maybe they're one of our 3 new subscribers.
Yeah! Hey, boss's boss! Won't say you better.
My hairdresser is going to guerrilla subscribe for us.
There you go. Everyone start up a secondary
if you know
account
anybody,
and then just get your dad's account and make him follow. Right? Like when you're there doing tech support.
Everybody
for your
just
parents,
start logging into people's YouTube accounts. Go follow us.
Also, Hazard Bedlam's about to start.
Oh my god.
Yes, it
is.
So that's about to start, which means you need to get all your friends to read the books.
Yep.
If they haven't already.
Vote for
then and then go vote for you when it happens.
When it launches,
so
because
if you haven't
could
already
be in Red God. That is the big prize of the year.
Yeah, that is big.
So check out Lit Escalate's website, which has a link somewhere in there to go to the official Hazard Bedlam website, which is a new website.
Yep.
And
I'll put the link.
All the details.
I'll put all the links will be below in the description. Sweet. All right. I think we're signing off. Have a good one. Thank you, Salem, for joining us. Thank you, Crescent, as always. Thank you, myself. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a good night.
Really reach around and pat yourself on the back there.
I can't. That's where the rope burn is.
Use your other arm.
No, because it'd be the good arm patting the rope burn, or it's the bad arm patting the non-rope. Oh, it's a mess. Don't get rope burn, guys.
Remember, cut your arm off and get a bionic arm. And
that's what I'm going for right now. Listen, if I can, one last word. Sail safely, not in heavy winds. And if you're doing it in heavy winds, keep your arms down and ropes away from your armpit. Have a good night.